Today, I have for you 20 questions that can help you decide whether you're codependent or not. Number one, do you keep quiet to avoid arguments? Some people, they aren't necessarily quiet, but they'll do whatever they need to do to stay out of arguments. For instance, distraction is a good technique, or uh, just exiting stage left. Number two, are you always worried about others' opinions of you? Number three, have you ever lived with someone with an alcohol or drug problem? I have. Started out with my parents, and then with myself, with my husband's. I've lived with many people with alcohol and drug problems. Number four, have you ever lived with anyone who hits or belittles you? Number five, are the opinions of others more important than your own? Number six, do you have difficulty adjusting to change at work or at home? Number seven, do you feel rejected when significant others spend time with friends? Number eight, do you doubt your ability to be who you want to be? Number 10, have you ever felt inadequate? Number 11, do you feel like a bad person when you make a mistake? Really relate to this one. I can't tell you how many times in my life I've made minor mistakes and then felt like I was just an utter failure. For me, that definitely goes back to learned behavior from my childhood. In my family, we were expected to always do better than our best, which meant we had to be some kind of impossible standard of perfection. So making any mistakes often reverberates in that way in my heart. I feel like I'm bad, I'm a failure, I'll never have anything good in my life again if I make a mistake, no matter how small. Number 12, do you have difficulty taking compliments or gifts? Number 15, do you frequently wish someone would help you get things done? Number 16, do you have difficulty talking to people in authority, such as the police or your boss? I do. I was just talking about this with a friend. I haven't had a boss in a while, but back when I had a regular job, I remember my boss asking to talk to me and filling up with a deep sense of dread, as if not just that I was might lose my job, but that I might somehow be punished by death, like this really deep existential dread. And I noticed that happened anywhere I went where I had a boss. And I've never been fired. I've never, I can't remember ever having any serious disagreements with bosses. So it's really got to be about my codependency, not about any real threat to me. Are you confused about who you are or where you're going with your life? Number 18, do you have trouble saying no when asked for help? Number 19, do you have trouble asking for help? This is the other side of that coin. I thankfully I got help from a friend with this problem when I was about 21. I had just left my first husband and I was in college with two babies, and I hit a real low point. And my friend asked me the next day, "Why didn't you ask me for help?" And I looked at her like she was stupid. I didn't even know that was an option because in my house, asking for help was not okay. We were supposed to be able to do everything once we were shown it one time. Um, yeah, it never occurred to me. And when she told me with so much compassion that it had a really deep and lasting effect on me. I realized that my not asking my friends for help when I was in a really dark place was actually hurtful to them. They felt like that might say something about our friendship or my lack of trust in them. Number 20. Do you have so many things going at once that you can't do any of them justice? All right, hopeful tribe. I hope you feel loved and hopeful until we see you again.